Well, hello there and welcome to this F1 2017 career mode with Sauer. We're at round 10 or 11, one of the two, I can't remember, I think it's round 11, which is the British Grand Prix, my home race here at Silverstone. We will not be attempting to qualify. I'm going to skip the session. Pretty much you'll see in a minute that I've ordered a shed load of new parts, and we have something like a 40 place grid penalty or something crazy like that, so we're not going to attempt to qualify because we're going to be starting at the back anyway. Pace in practice has been okay. McLaren have improved overall, and it's a bit of a struggle now to try and keep with them on pace. However, in FP3 I did finish in 17th place, 3/10 ahead of both Alonso and my teammate, and a full second ahead of Van Dorn, but he was on the soft tyres whilst the other three of us were on the super soft. So we do have good pace, but we'll be starting at the back, so we'll listen to the voicemail anyway to see what the target is, although it doesn't really matter because we're not going to go out. Yeah, 19th, so that's fine. Like I said, we're not going to be doing qualifying, so unfortunately things are going to take a hit. Practice programs, everything has been purple, as you can see here on the left hand side, which is all very nice. So then we'll have a quick look then at the vehicle management. As you can see, I've ordered a fifth lot of everything now, and we have them fitted to the car. We've got 37%, 12, 14, and we're going to stick the new one on here, so that's 0% on the energy store. The turbocharger is at 13, and the new control electronics is at 0 as well. So yeah, overall there's 13% so far on all this. Gearbox, we haven't ordered a new one of them yet, but we have changed to a brand new one. Well, I think we did that in Austria, didn't we, or something. We've already done one race, so it looks like we're probably after the second race we'll be up to overall 30%. So there's a possibility that we can do 6 races with the same gearbox, as long as you do a bit more durability. Spend more resource points on the gearbox durability. That's what I'm trying to say, and then maybe we can do 6 races with that. So we've got a short qualifying, we'll skip straight through the session, and we'll get onto the grid for the race.
After an exciting qualifying session yesterday, let's take a look at how the cars line up. An immense lap from Lewis Hamilton yesterday puts him on pole position, and it's Valtteri Bottas that completes the front row. Looking down the rest of the grid, we have Raikkonen, Vettel, Sergio Perez, and Ricciardo, Massa, Verstappen, Palmer, and Nico Hülkenberg, Magnussen, Stroll, Romain Grosjean, and Sainz, Ocon, Verlaine, Fernando Alonso, and Daniel Kvyat. Van Dorn and a Sauber rounds off the grid.
Jeff telling me that's my home Grand Prix. Don't take any unnecessary risks. He wants us to start on the soft tyres. I'll probably change to super softs, to be honest. So there's the grid then. Danny Kvyat has picked up a time penalty, a penalty for some sort of change. Drops him to 18th, and of course we start at the back. So the race strategy then, overcast and cloudy throughout. Why is it telling me 12.2 laps? This is Silverstone. It's going to eat through my fuel. So then, starting on the softs and going on to the super softs. See, with 25% races, I'm always wary to start on this compound, because if there's an early safety car, I will almost certainly take advantage of it and go into a set of mediums. But if the safety car doesn't come up to, let's say, lap 3, lap 4, you know, I'll lose that initial advantage I would get on the super soft tyres. But you know what, we're going to do something different for the home Grand Prix and starting at the back. We're going to start on the soft tyres and see how it goes. So we'll get the formation lap out of the way then, and then crack on with the home Grand Prix. See what we can do from the back of the field with a lot of new parts on the car. So then here we go, home Grand Prix, starting at the back of the field on a different strategy. Build the revs up, and away we go. Not a bad start. Turn 1 could be interesting. Oh, slight contact with one of the McLarens. Up the inside of a host of cars here. '15th place, not bad. Oh, the hard cars ahead, side by side. It's going to make it interesting here. Oh, and we've hit the curve and ran wide. We're going to lose a couple of positions here. Oh, almost made contact with Kvyat. Oh, there's contact ahead. One of the hard cars has gone wide. Illegal overtaking Kvyat. Back through then. Don't know which Haas car that was. Oh, that was close. Kvyat's had a problem with his car. He almost stopped right in front of us. Someone else has made a pit stop. We're up to 14th place then. Oh, the VSC's out for whatever reason. I've got to remember to not get caught out last time. You can't cheat the system this time. That's Kvyat going slowly, still trying to return to the pits. Slightly encouraging at this stage, we're halfway around lap 4. And the guys ahead of us haven't exactly disappeared. So we're running the soft tyres here. So people are starting to make their pit stops now. We're momentarily in 5th place. So over the line then to start lap 7. And we take the lead of the race. In fact, my teammate also started from soft tyres. It's currently a Sauber 1-2. Oh, it's a bad home race for Palmer. He's out. So coming into the pits at the end of this lap before we lose too much time. As the likes of Hamilton and Bottas and all that come up past us. Got to get this right. Not bad, not bad. So we've come out of the pits in 13th place. That will be 12th once our teammate pits. Got a good opportunity to get past Magnussen here very, very early. And we're going to go for it. And we make the move stick, right? Last minute move there. We've got another lap of probably rich mix. We're up into 11th place. We're 1 place at points. So we've got 3 laps to go. That site's ahead of us. I am pushing so hard. Halfway around lap 12, not too sure what's going on with this Force India ahead of Sainz, but he's dropped back a little bit. We've got to run. This is for 10th place. Come on. Don't know what's wrong with this Force India. Oh. We're side by side for 10th. Now we've done him around the outside, we're into the points. It was Perez, not too sure what's wrong with him. We've got a lap to go then, can we hold on? And then Kvyat becomes the second retirement, then his awful race is finally over. Come on, keep pushing, keep pushing. I think we're going to be okay. Magnussen's not close enough. Just a couple more corners to go here. He's not going to get past. We're going to take a point in our home race. Ah, bad time. So there we go then. Hamilton wins his home race with Bottas and Raikkonen, the 2 Finns, completing the podium. Stroll has gone up to 7th from 12th. Ocon and Sainz have scored points as well, and so have we. It's our second points finish of the season. A really good battling display there. The opposite strategy really worked for us because we managed to keep pace when we was on the soft tyres. Then when people started to pit, I bumped it up into rich mode to try and get the undercut, if you like, even though we're going to an alternative strategy. And we did manage to come out in, I think, 12th or 13th place, something like that. But looking further down then, Ricciardo's had to make 2 pit stops. I'm not too sure what happened to Perez towards the end because he was going very slow. Further down, Verline on an alternative strategy has picked up 14th place. And we've got Grosjean, Hulkenberg, Alonso and Stoffel Van Dorn quite a way back as well. Kvyat and Palmer both failed to finish. And looking at our lap time now, our best was a 32.9. I mean, that's quicker than Magnussen. It's a second and a half quicker than our teammate. We've even managed to beat Grosjean, our rival, as well, which is nice. Yeah, we set quicker lap times than Sainz, then Ocon, then Lance Stroll, 2 tenths off of Massa. So he had some real good pace in that race, and it's a refreshing change. I do like Silverstone. I always have. I've always seemed to have gone well here. And I think we picked up a 10th place in 2016. So we've just done the exact same thing again. But that puts us on to 9 points now. Very, very happy with that. We'll have a look at the race director because there was a lot going on in that race, and I would be surprised if there's quite a few bits here, first lap, second lap and what have you, but we've kept out of trouble. Kvyat was in the wars, wasn't he, really? Look at that, he's just had an almighty awful race. So we'll have a look at the standings then after the British Grand Prix. Hamilton extended his lead at the top, he's now on 196. Raikkonen is in second place on 163, with Bottas in third on 134. We remain in 15th place, but we've gone a point ahead of Palmer and Magnussen. In the Constructors, we're now on to 9 points and still in 9th place. Not much has changed. Mercedes on 330 look very comfortable in the lead. Ferrari look comfortable in second, and so forth all the way down. Although there's a good battle between Renault, Toro Rosso and Haas for 6th, 7th and 8th. They're all separated by 5 points. But another point for us then puts us on 9. Very happy with the overall performance, and yeah, about time we got back in the points. So then, the resource points, this has been very nice, should be well over 100. It is 125, I think that's the maximum you can get after race 125. The resource points then for first driver as well, another 24. And our rivalry update with Grosjean, we actually managed to beat him this time, so... Oh, we did set the fastest lap though, but well, we haven't really closed the gap a bit. I'm expecting to lose this rivalry in the next 3 or 4 races, which is a shame, but you never know. I'll come back and beat him again one day. Team approval has gone up very nicely. We managed to finish 19th or above and also beat our teammate. So Renault have jumped up quite a bit there, as have Haas. And of course McLaren very much leading away in how they feel about us. All the other teams from Toro Rosso all the way out to Mercedes, it's gone up a little bit, but they're not really looking at us at the moment. So it's Renault, Haas and McLaren at the moment that are in pole position to be offering us a contract, probably either in a few races time or at the end of the season. And finally, the career score. This would have gone very nicely. 3,300 in the practice sessions. Nothing for qualifying, unfortunately. 7,744. So another decent score for me. I know there's people out there that get like 22,000 every weekend, but for me, anything above about 7,000 is a pretty good weekend. Alright, so Jonathan's come back to us then. He's obviously been out watching the race the last few times. So then, let's have a look here at what we've got. Right, I'm going to do one of these now because if you go away and do it in championship mode, it doesn't seem to be registering with the career mode, and to be honest, we really do need to halve the development on some of the parts, certainly the minor ones, to get all the little bits on the car straight away, and we only wait a week, not 2. So, Pursuit and USA Short Circuit, your opponents are in slower cars, but they each have a head start. Overtake them all before completing the allocated laps, and it's an F2004 from the 2004 season of Ferrari. And we've got time attack at China in Lewis Hamilton's McLaren MP4 23 from 2008. Race against the clock to complete the required laps before time runs out. I think we'll do Pursuit USA Short, so we'll get that going, and yeah, we'll see what we can do.